The topic for today is a product review, as I said, and so that product is. See if you can read that on the case. It is Kerko Eyewear. So a little backstory with this: my dad, he is high up in his field of engineering, but um, he is also the co-owner of his branch of a business. So a business class out at a college in my hometown asked him to come give and help with lecturing the class, and in the process, he met some entrepreneurs. One of those entrepreneurs was the person who was running Kerko Eyewear, and and actually it just happened that on my Christmas list I had put that I wanted computer glasses. And so, what computer glasses are here are the ones that I got. They're kind of a yellowish lens, and what it is it doesn't necessarily lower it adjusts the color of the lens of the light a little bit, but what it does is it just slightly lowers the intensity so that if you're in a situation where you're going to be looking at a screen for a very long time, it can help out so your eyes don't get tired and you don't get headaches from staring at the light. Now, my computer already is its screen is somewhat of a matte finish, but the TV I have as my second monitor, when I'm close to it, it is blaring in my eyes. You can actually see the light coming from it, and I think if I put the glasses like that, you can see the reflection. So it's interesting. But we're just gonna talk a little bit. Just I'll give my general take on the glasses, and we're gonna go on from there. So I'm just gonna set up a pros and cons column here on the paint window. So we're gonna say pros and then cons, and let me just go ahead and write out the name of this brand at the top. So this is Kerko Eyewear. I misspelt wear. Congratulations, Jono. There's a reason I'm an engineer. Um, so, uh, First off, I just want to mention that I have some knowledge of other brands of computer glasses, and whether they be computer glasses or gamer glasses, but generally they fit the same purpose. It's more of a stylistic thing and which demographic they're going towards. I would classify these as computer glasses simply because they do look rather professional, and I would say that it makes me look slightly more professional even with the hat, but um, the thing I really like about these, just right off the bat, is they are relatively well manufactured. So if you give them a little bend here and there, everything has some give to it, which is really nice, especially when it's going on your body in general. Is because everybody's face isn't necessarily the same shape, so what that means is that it can kind of fit the contours of your face a lot more, and it does, for me at least, make the glasses fairly comfortable. I do have to mention I do wear a lot of sunglasses, but in terms of actual reading glasses, I don't need them. So I never have any just rigid glasses. I usually have either sort of the Ray-Ban style sunglasses, or I have some athletic wear sunglasses. Um, these are a different shape for me, and so it does take some getting used to in terms of seeing myself wearing them. And also, I don't know that the style of them necessarily gives them too many points. So I'm just gonna start out writing some of the pros and cons. I would say a major pro is structural stability. And so that would have to do with it can take a hit. It's got some give to it, and uh, overall, it does add to the comfort. So I'm gonna add that as well. Comfort. Now there isn't necessarily any padding on it, and so that may Oh, there is actually. So there's this rubber material along the ends here for where it's on your ears. That's nice because when you wear anything for long periods of time, your ears tend to be relatively sensitive. So if you have like headphones in, they can start to hurt after a long period of time. So that's a nice feature. It is something that's relatively common on glasses in general. Um, but what but there are more comfortable styles of glasses that are simply more material. I know the athletic wear glasses and sunglasses tend to be fairly comfortable, simply because they tend to be moving around a little bit more than glasses that are just for sitting and looking at a screen or sitting and reading for something like that. These, for the purpose that they are made, do the job. So I'm putting comfort on the pros side. Cons, I do say that originally when I saw them, I had to put them a little lower in the style points department. So um, that is important to some people. So I'm more of a practicality guy, but my girlfriend did immediately mention that I shouldn't wear those out in public. I still might, just because I tend to not care what people think. But they are kind of growing on me because I think that, especially if I add the hat to kind of uh, counteract the old man vibe, it does kind of look nice. So I do have the screen reflecting in the glasses here. I'm trying to get a shot where they're not having the reflection. There you go. So you can kind of see my eyes through it, but they are, I believe, polarized, so that allows for this reflectiveness while still being very accepting of light. So polarization, essentially, light is fluctuating at different angles, and polarization just only allows a certain orientation of light to come through, which significantly lowers the intensity, because the density of light coming through is significantly smaller. So I'd put that the reflective slash polar, and the a con, I guess, in terms of the stream is that you can't see my eyes. So this is kind of a pro and a con. Now, because I got these as a gift, I am not fully aware of how much they would cost to the regular consumer, nor do I know whether they are currently available to the regular consumer because it was an entrepreneurial class. I'm not sure if they are already a product or if these are a prototype. But I gotta say, if they are a prototype, it's very well engineered. My dad was under the impression that they were more towards the finished product end of the spectrum, and they definitely look like a finished product. This doesn't look like it looks like there's been some thought into it. There's a relatively thick nose piece here, which is different from the metal varieties, which tend to be relatively thin. They can leave a lot of lines, but with a thicker nose piece, it actually doesn't even sit on my face at all. So that's pretty nice. Um, so I guess what I want to ask is what you guys think of this. So definitely leave your opinions in the chat, in the comments later if you are watching this not live. And let me know what you think of the Kerko Eyewear computer glasses. Now, just to give you some brands in case you want to compare what they look like and price range if you do find that to other brands. I know that in terms of gamer glasses, there is a brand called Gunners. They tend to be fairly popular in the gamer realm. That was the demographic they were going for, um, and I believe to give you an idea of what those would look like, if you know what Oakley sunglasses look like, the Gunner computer glasses look more towards that spectrum of the eyewear realm. So I definitely think that there are more pros than cons due specifically to practicality. Now, as I said, I don't have too much experience with glasses in general, so this may be a opinionated statement to say that these are doing the job well, but they are definitely doing the job. So I would commend them for that, and I think that they definitely grew on me as I just kind of wore them. They are relatively unintrusive, so they you kind of lose them on your face, and that's pretty nice with glasses in general. Because if I'm sitting here doing something monotonous, and I don't want to be constantly feeling the glasses on my face, these hug the face pretty well. They stay where they are, and they definitely get the job done. I currently have a little bit of a headache, and it's definitely a lot more pleasant to look at a screen through the glasses, even though it doesn't necessarily affect my visibility that much, or at all in general. I can also read in these glasses. If there's a light that's too bright or from a weird angle, I could put these on to read, and it wouldn't impede my ability to see the page, but it does lower the intensity of the light, which is very nice and is definitely a significant long term investment in health. I know a lot of people tend to degrade in eyesight over time. Um, Both of my parents wear glasses, and I am working on trying to make sure that I can postpone that for as long as possible. So I always usually wear sunglasses if I'm outside, and with this now I won't be staring at um, all of the light coming from my screen when I do my 4 hour overnight coding sessions. So that's all I want to say on the Kerko Eyewear. If you guys have any questions, or like I said, if you have any opinions on how they look on me or how they look in general, I'll give you one last look at them as we're closing this section out here. But I am going to be moving on to my random drawing section. So we will be switching over to that.